Welcome back, students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST Geo. Students, in the previous video of the chapter Minerals and Rocks, we have studied about the minerals and the components of mineral through which the earth is formed. We have also studied the different types of physical characteristics of the minerals and the types of minerals. Minerals, as we know, these are the important part of the rocks. The minerals which are naturally we can find out in the beds of the rocks. So today we are going to study a new topic under the chapter Minerals and Rocks, where we will see about the rocks. So our today's topics which we will discuss in our today's video are rocks, where we will see the introduction of the rocks, and types of the rocks. And then after that we will see rock cycle. Means what is the rock cycle through which we can see the regeneration of the rocks. So let's see our topics with the introduction of the chapter rocks. Now let's see what are the rocks. Students, the rocks are the important part of our Earth's crust, where the crust of our Earth is made up of the rocks, and the rocks are the parts of our earth. Here the rocks are the aggregate of 1, 2 or more minerals. So here we can say the minerals are the important component of the rocks through which the rocks are made up of. As we have studied about the feldspar, that is also a rock which is made up of silicon, oxygen, aluminium, manganese, means there are a lots of components through which that is formed. So here the study of rocks, the study of rock is known as petrology. Petrology is the mixture of two words, that is petro and logy, or we can say logos. Petro means rocks. Logy or logos means study. So petrology means the study of rocks is known as petrology. Now let's see something more about the rocks. So students, let's see what are the rocks. Rocks are so common that most of us take them for granted. When we hit them with the garden hoe or taking advantage of them to drive in 10 pages on summer camping trips. But rock is not a kind of pebble. Rock is more than this. Rocks are the hard surface of our Earth's crust. It can be the parent rock or some kind of soft rock like limestone. To geologists, a rock is a natural substance composed of solid crystals of different minerals that have been fused together into a solid lump. The minerals may or may not have been formed at the same time. So we can say rock are the important part of our crust where we can find out the minerals, and also the rocks are the important substance of the soil. Now we will see our next topic, that is the types of rocks. So let's see what are the types of rocks. So students, generally the rocks are categorized into three categories. Because the formation of rock is through the eruption of volcano. So the volcanic lava, when it cools down, it is changed into the rocks. First of all, it is changed into the igneous rocks. Students, igneous is the word which is originate from the word ignis. It means fire. So the rocks which are directly cools down which are directly forms after the cooling process of lava are known as the igneous rocks, and the igneous rocks are also known as the primary rock or the oldest rock because these were the first rocks which were formed after the formation of our earth. Second is the sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rocks are the rocks which are formed after the depositions of the rocks. Means the rocks, when the igneous rocks are denudated by the rivers, and then after that these are deposited inside the water, then the formation of sedimentary rocks has been done. So that's why these are known as the sedimentary rocks. And then after that, the third type of rock is metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are forming due to the changing process through weathering, through erosion, through deposition, through pressure, through temperature. There are lots of agents through which the sedimentary and igneous rocks can be changed into the metamorphic rocks. So these are the three types of the rocks, where if we will go through the subtypes of the igneous rocks. The igneous rocks are also forming inside the earth's crust and over the earth's crust. So due to which the igneous rocks are also categorized into the intrusive and extrusive. Intrusive, when the igneous rocks or the molten magma cools down inside the earth's crust in the form of dike, sill and any other formation, these are known as the intrusive rocks. Whereas the extrusive rocks When the molten magma, which is also known as lava, cools down over the Earth's crust or near the Earth's crust belt, that is known as the extrusive igneous rocks. So now we will study about these three types of rocks in detail, including with their benefits and their formation process. So students, let's see first the formation of igneous rocks and their examples. First of all, the igneous rocks are formed by solidification of magma and by other processes. They have came out of the interior of the earth in the molten state of solidified, either on the surface of the earth or in cracks and fissures of the crust or far down in the crust. Different names are given to these three types are plutonic rocks or intrusive rocks, silts and dikes or intermediate igneous rocks, and volcanic rocks or the extrusive rocks. Now let's see the three types of the rocks of the igneous type of rocks. First is the plutonic rocks or the intrusive rocks. The molten material that solidifies in the interior of the earth is fully crystallized because it cools very gradually. This is called plutonic rock. It is exposed on the surface of the earth only when the overlying rocks are removed by the weathering or earth movements. Granite and dolerite belongs to this class. Another type of the igneous rock is the silts and dikes, which we have studied under the volcano. These are also known as the intermediate igneous rocks. Lava may sometimes solidify gradually in the opening and fissures through which it is passing and become crystallized. Horizontal beds in this case are called silts, while vertical ones are known as dike. The third type of volcanic rock is the extrusive igneous rocks. Lava flows out of the craters of the volcanoes or through fissures caused in the crest by the earth movement. Lava coming out of the earth solidifies very soon and crystals do not form in it and becomes of a glassy appearance. Basalt belong to this class. Igneous rocks are also known as the primary rocks because they have been forming since the earth took its birth. They are still being formed in regions of volcanic activities. Out of three kinds of rocks, they were first to be formed and hence they are called primary rocks. They are also called parent rocks because they are the parents of all types of rocks. They are turned into sedimentary by the agents of erosion to give birth to the sedimentary rocks. Due to heat and pressure, these sedimentary rocks are transformed into metamorphic rocks. Now let's see the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are made from sediments formed by the erosion and weathering of other rocks. When deposited in the sea, they are compressed and hardened to form layer of rocks. Sediments are fragmented minerals or organic matter derived directly or indirectly from pre-existing rocks and from life process, transported and deposited by air, water or snow. Sandstone is made from grains of sand which have been naturally cemented together. Chalk is made up of millions of tiny calcium carbonate skeletons of microorganisms. Where the sedimentary rocks are formed by the deposition of sediments carried away by exogenous agents such as water, wind or ice, they are deposited in distinct strata or layers, and due to that the fossil in the form of leaves of plants, insects or some bovine animals and pieces of bones, cells, or some hard parts of old living beings are deposited into the layers of the sedimentary rocks. In this way, fossils are preserved in sedimentary rocks as well. Sedimentary rocks are also beneficial for the human beings because due to the preservation of fossils, these are the major source of the power as coal and petroleum. Bricks from clay, cement from limestone, and glass from sand is also obtained by the sedimentary rocks. Limestone is used for building purpose, and the other uses of the sedimentary that it is also used for the glass and many other things. Now let's see the metamorphic rocks. What are the metamorphic rocks? When the original characteristics of sedimentary or igneous rocks, their color, hardness, texture, and mineral composition is partially or wholly changed, it gives rise to metamorphic rocks under favorable conditions of heat and pressure. The types of metamorphic rocks depend upon the original rocks that were subjected to metamorphism. Metamorphic rocks are classified into two major types: foliated rocks and non-foliated rocks. How the metamorphic rocks are forming? These rocks are formed due to thermal metamorphism. It is of two types: contact metamorphism and regional metamorphism. In contact metamorphism, the rocks come into the contact with hot magma and lava, and the rock material is recrystallized under high pressure and temperature. In regional metamorphism, rocks undergo recrystallization due to deformation caused by tectonic shearing together with high temperature or pressure, or by both. Here the interesting fact is that the minerals which we are getting in the metamorphic rocks, these are similar, almost similar, in the igneous rocks as well. How? Let's see. Since magma is the chief source of metal ores, many of them are associated with igneous rocks. Magnetic iron, nickel, copper, lead, zinc, chromite, manganese, gold, diamonds, platinum, etc. are some examples of that. All igneous rocks are also of magnetic origin. Granite is an igneous rock formed from magma which cools down and solidifies at moderate depths beneath the Earth's surface. Metamorphic rocks are changed rocks due to heat and pressure, or as a result of contact with a hot igneous material. The change takes place at depth of about 12 to 16 km below the Earth's surface. These rocks are formed under conditions similar to those producing igneous rocks. Ores of copper, zinc, lead, quartz, feldspar, mica are the result of contact metamorphism. Gold, diamond, and platinum are also found in metamorphic rocks. Hence, the mineral in both metamorphic and igneous rocks are almost the same. Friends, now let's move towards to our last topic, that is the rock cycle. Rock cycle means in a process when a rock is changing to another rock and the continuous process is going on in a cyclic manner is known as rock cycle. So from where the rock cycle is starting? First of all, the rock cycle started from the magma due to the volcanic eruption. Due to the volcanic eruption, the magma came out, and then after that it solidifies under the process of solidification. Due to the process of solidification, the magma can change into the igneous rocks, and then after that the igneous rocks can directly melt and change into the magma. That is the one process of rock cycle. Another process, then igneous rocks are changed into sediments due to the weathering and the erosion. And then after that the sedimentation, the lithification means storing of the sediment at one place near around the water surface. And then after that, due to the lithification, the sediment rocks are changing. Sediment rocks can also directly change into the sediment and also can be changed into the magma due to the process of metamorphism or due to the process of melting. And also the sedimentary rocks can be changed into the metamorphic rocks. Then the metamorphic rocks, due to the process of melting, can be changed into the magma, and also the same process is going on. That is the second type of the rock cycle. And the igneous rocks can change into the metamorphic rocks under the process of metamorphism. There is no role of the sediment or sedimentary rocks, directly igneous rocks, metamorphic, magma, and the same process is going on. That is also the third step of the rock cycle. Now let's see in detail with the help of pictures the proper rock cycle, where we can see a proper chain of rock cycle and how one rock is changing into the another type of rock. Rock cycle is a continuous process through which old rocks are converted into new rocks. Igneous rocks are changed into metamorphic or sedimentary rocks. Metamorphic rocks after change into magma. Or in the other words, we can say rock cycle is an ongoing process beginning as rocks are pushed up by tectonic force and eroded by wind and rain. The eroded rocks travel by wind or moving water until they are deposited, settling into layers. Additional eroded rocks may bury these layers until heat and pressure change the underlying layers to metamorphic rock. More eroded rocks may squeeze and press the layers into sedimentary rocks. Rocks can also be sunk down into the lower layer of the earth by plate tectonic processes. Buried rocks may also melt and recrystallize into igneous rocks. Metamorphic, sedimentary, and igneous rocks may then be pushed up by tectonic forces, starting the rock cycle again. The whole process is followed by continuous in the process by melting the rocks, and the whole process again and again changing into the rocks is known as the rock cycle. Now let's see the processes which are coming under the rock cycle, as these are metamorphism, sedimentation, lithification, and many other processes with the help of pictures. So students, here the chapter Minerals and Rocks is complete. Hope you understood the chapter. We will be coming back with another video of geography. For that, don't forget to keep watching SST Zone.